Joe, to another week. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you today?
Very good, thank you. What are we discussing today, my precious?
We are talking about manifesting in these fast times because everyone I talk to are saying, "Oh gosh, I can't believe it's March. It's everything's going so quick and fast paced," and I think people are really overwhelmed with I imagine like it's a conveyor belt and all their pies are falling off because they can't keep up with it. So, I'm talking to lots of people about, hang on a minute, it is fast paced, I agree with you, but it's more about just, trying to ground in every day and focus. Are you feeling that too, Charles, with your
Yeah, I'm
clients?
getting the same feedback. It's like the fire horse started and it's bolted, and people are
Yes.
struggling to keep up. And that was the one of the things that I listened to in one of the lectures or ladies I listened to. Ground,
Yes.
ground, ground. Really every day, make a conscious effort to ground into the earth, ground your energies so that you're stable and you can then travel and you'll flow
Mm.
with this stuff easier than waking up thinking, oh my God, it's already March. What's going on? Do you know what I mean? So I agree. A lot of people are telling me they're tired. A lot of people are telling me that
Yeah.
it's like it's out of control. It's like the horse is
Yes.
bolted and they can't keep up.
No. So like you, so good grounding is so important. And
Yep.
I kind of go, I've just got to do three things today, like three jobs I need to get done. And then I've got another three I can do. But sometimes because the energy is so fast paced and everyone's adjusting, I find that people are much more sensitive at the minute, like they're
Yep.
overreactive and emotional. So like if you're on the desk at Alchemy, you're taking more time with people because they are needing to have that chat. So
Yep.
I often think, yeah, three things, just pick three things. And it's like, with your gratitude journal, I think it's important to, you know, be grounded, but also be in gratitude of what you've got because that will then keep your energy vibration high.
I agree, Joe. And that groundedness and gratitude also keeps you present. It
Yes.
doesn't allow the head to run away. So if you can take your 10 minutes or 15 minutes and just every day, today I'm
Yeah.
grateful for, and this is what I'm hoping for, whatever it might be, but you're taking some time to forget about the world and just focus
Yes.
on you for 10 or 15 minutes. It slows the body down, slows the thinking down.
Yeah.
And the benefits to that are amazing. You really need to have it.
Absolutely. And I think it's also, just even when I'm walking down the hallway at work, I'm conscious of vibrating to what I want to achieve, and that's a long-term goal. So everyone's different, but it's like I try and walk around with the vibration that I want to have, like, whether it's peace and contentment. I muck around and walk down the hallway and go, you know, um, Alchemy can generate well over $1 million in sales per year. Um, so it's not about the money, but it's just about mine is always, can I achieve that? Like, if that makes sense. But it's like, when I pick up my book, I go, oh, wow. And I haven't sold any of this, but I go, oh, wow, sold 1 million copies. How exciting. So I'm just vibrating with what I want. Does that make sense?
And I think
So
that's
I'm not,
so wise because
yeah,
that's what you want. That's the intention.
yes,
And where you put your
yes.
energy and your intention, that's what you're going to create. So, as you said, I haven't got that yet. But if I keep putting that intention out to the universe, it's going to create that for me.
Yes. And just like in a perfect way, um, I'm going to attract, and then you can say what you want to attract. And I like to add, I think Louise Hayes started with in a perfect way. And that way, then it's not, you didn't get it in a terrible way, meaning someone's died and you've
Of
inherited
course.
money.
Yeah. Yeah. I was listening to
Yeah.
this lecture the other day, and what she said, she's putting out an affirmation, and it's so simple and it's so powerful. And I think
Yes.
the affirmation was, I intend for this to be even better than I could ever have imagined.
Oh, I love it.
Blank. That's it.
So,
I intend for this to be better than I could have ever imagined. So you're putting out your thought, you're putting out your manifestation or your energy into this being and creating it. But you're saying to the universe, this is what I want, but I'm intending it to be even better than that. And if you can
yes.
do that, you're setting that intention because this is where people are mucking up with their manifestations, I think, Joe. They're doing them every day. And it's like you can
Yes.
have the mindset, and that's fine. Don't get me wrong. But when you're asking the universe, it doesn't need to be reminded every day. I want you to just to put it out there and then let it
Yes.
go. Let it
Yes.
go. Let it, because then you're planting the seed, and then somewhere that seed is now developing, it's growing, it's bringing you something. You might not be able to see it, and all of a sudden, it's there, it's arrived, and you've got it. And you think,
Yeah.
wow, how did that happen? It's like because I didn't stress about it. I didn't remind the universe every day. Because every time
Yeah.
when I hear people say, I ask for it every day and nothing happens, it's like because you're in that loop. You know how you talked about a loop before? It's like
Yes.
you've planted the seed, but then you're in that loop and I'm replanting the seed, and I'm in that loop and I've replanted the seed. So put
Yes.
it out there, let it go. Let it do what it needs to do. Let it
Perfect.
find its own wings and fly, and then it's going to come to you when the time's right.
Absolutely. And I think your spiritual team, sometimes when I've pushed and pushed and pushed, and I've then let it go and go, you know what, my guides, bring it back to me how it's meant to be for me. And you know what? Every time I've done that, it's come back in a better way. So I often think when there's roadblock blocks or blocks, and then you release it like you've done and go, you know what, I'll have it how you think I need it. It comes back so much better than than the way that you thought it was meant to be.
And that's acceptance. Because what you're saying to the
Yes.
universe is, I accept it now, however it comes. I'm not going to fight for it. I'm not going to kill myself over it. I'm ready for it to come, and I'll just accept it. So the universe goes, bravo, because you're working to the universe's timeline, not to your timeline. Does that make sense? And
Yes.
when you just accept, I'm happy for it to come however it needs to come, the universe goes, great, now I'll do it for you because you
Absolutely.
can't control things. And that's the thing with manifestation. Don't try and control it. Allow it to
No.
happen. And it could take 5 minutes, but it could also take 5 months, and it could also take 5 years. I remember once, Joe, I was working in the airport shift work and I got called into jury duty. And it's like, oh, I
Mm.
like this 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. And I said to the universe, I'm walking around the park at lunchtime in the city while I'm on jury duty. And I said, I want to do city work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Lo and behold, 18 months later, I'm in the city doing Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. I put the thought out there and I let it go. And then it
Yes.
created that. So that's one example. Okay. Another example was being at Qantas. I saw the benefit of being a top tier frequent flyer. And I said to the universe, I want to be a platinum frequent flyer one day. And lo and behold, 3 years ago, I became a platinum frequent flyer. Not because I travel the world, but the way I was organizing my travels allowed me to jump up very quickly. So again, it was a thought. I'd put it out there, forgot
Yeah.
about it. And then the universe goes, it's coming. Let's go. So that's why
Yeah.
when you're manifesting, don't try and control it. Don't try and control outcomes. Don't try and control how it happens. It'll come to you
Yes.
however it needs to happen. Just be willing and open to receiving.
Yes. Very much so. And the other thing that I think with manifesting in this really fast time is don't stew on stuff. You know, if something goes wrong, you can really lose a whole month by focusing on that, oh, but she did that or whatever happened. It's really gracious to just kind of go, you know what, I'm going to let them be where they are. And yes, they did wrong by me, but I can't let my train stop to stew with them or to react or to get down in the trenches at their shitty vibration. You got to stay up and go, it's not that I'm being passive, but I'm just not letting them, I'm choosing not to let them get to me and to stop my journey. Because
That's the key.
right now it's all about keeping a vibration high. Mm.
That's the key, Joe. How you react to a situation is imperative. So, as you said, if something's wanting to pull you down, don't give it energy. Don't even react. Don't react to it. And then just let it fall apart. And then that way, what you're doing is you're keeping your vibration nice and high. If you need to react to it in a way that your vibration doesn't drop, it stays at that level. So you're not dropping yourself to somebody else's level, depending on what the situation is. Or if it's
Yes.
a problem that you need to sort out, yep, I'll give that some thought. I'll think of different ways. I'll sleep on it. That's a really good thing to do, sleep on stuff.
Very
I'll
good.
sleep on it and see when the solution comes to me because there is always going to be a solution and you just got to find it and then it will come.
Yes.
But if you go into react and you go into overdrive, you've just gone from 100 to 15 and your
Yes.
vibrations dropped. And then all you're attracting to yourself is fear, worry, doubt. And then you're going to open yourself up to lots of stuff that you don't want to even open yourself up to.
Yes. Very much so. So I think it's like, yes, acknowledge that they may have done you wrong, but just, do what you can, whether you need to go on a walk and let it go, a purge letter, like you suggest, a psychic conversation, But it's just important, especially in this year with the fire horse, with it all being so fast paced, you don't want to stop your train to react to someone else. Often I'll say, Archangel Raphael, please bless the situation with healing. So that way then it's not negative energy I'm sending to it, if that makes sense. I'm
Yes,
just asking Archangel Raphael to bless it, for the perfect outcome for whatever it is, me and the person or me and the
the
situation, whatever it is.
situation. Yep,
Yeah. So
yep,
it's just so it's really important that we vibrate high, and our souls are so wanting to be on a higher timeline, not in the third dimensional crap. So it's really important to, how would my best self react to this?
yep. How would
Mm.
my 5D self? And that's the key. Just don't
Yes.
react to things or
No.
sit and ponder it before you even open your mouth and reply with something,
Yeah.
and then that way you're going to be good. I like what you said at the start, Joe, when you said the energy is moving quite quickly and it's moving
Yes.
fast. So don't overburden yourself with your daily tasks. I like what you said. Three. So today I might want to go and do the food shopping. I might want to dust the house and vacuum the house. Great. Tick those three off and your day is done. If you've got energy to do other things, they're bonus tasks. That's a bonus. But don't say I've got 10 things I've got to do, but then I achieve seven and three I've got to carry over because that's going to put you behind and your mindset drops because I didn't get everything done. No. This year, what I've really found this year, Joe, about 2026, and it's very different to the last X amount of years, it runs
Oh, yeah.
differently. It's running
Absolutely.
really differently. My mindset
Yes.
had to change, everything's had to adapt. And I'm actually
Yes.
just, I've surrendered a lot this year. I mean, I'd surrendered a lot last year, but I've had to surrender even more this year in as much as,
Yes.
Charles, you can't control anything, so don't even bother. Allow the
Yes.
universe to work with what it needs, and it's going to do what you need it. It's going to do what it needs you to do. And that's how I'm
Yes.
rolling. So some weeks it's really busy for me, other weeks it's really quiet for me, but I'm honoring that. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to flow with that. So that's why when you said at the start, limit how many tasks you give yourself every day. Be kind to yourself, limit. And if you do more, that's a bonus. And if you just
Yeah.
accomplish those three, kudos to you. Tomorrow, you start another three. And that was like when we discussed a few weeks ago 10 minutes in the garden every day. Little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little
Yes.
bit gets the job done so that you don't have to spend an hour or 2 hours cleaning the bathrooms on the weekend. Do a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, a little bit the next day. And I think that's how we have to roll in 2026.
Absolutely. And I think then, we've had so much energy probably for the last 2000 years where we always felt a bit bad about ourselves, like we never achieved enough. Like, where, now I kind of go, three good things for the day is amazing. And then I always do more, but then I'm living in, oh, go you, Joe, you're doing so well, as opposed to, oh, great, tick that, I've got to do another one. So it's such a better way to live.
And what you've
Yeah.
just recognized, what you've just said to the viewers is give yourself the three tasks, congratulate yourself for doing that. And what you've done is, Joe, you've kept yourself in the highest possible vibration. And you said before, we're living in the third dimension, but we want to be in higher dimensions. That's how you maintain the higher levels. I
Yes.
achieved my three things today. I might even go and get a coffee at the coffee shop. There's your reward. Does that make sense? Keeping it high like that keeps you in a state of, I'm achieving everything I set out to do. And if you
Yeah.
find over a month that three is really easily achieved, maybe go four, take it
Mm.
up a notch, and then you think, because if I can achieve four, that's good, but don't overdo yourself, because a lot, as you
Yes.
said, a lot of people feel guilty about doing themselves as well.
Yeah.
No, 2026 is about you doing you as well, and it's about coming back
Absolutely.
to you and what you give to the world, because if you can't do you, you can't do anybody else. So
No.
love what you've just said because it keeps your vibration high. Kudos to me. I got my tasks done. What else can I be doing? Or what else fills my heart? Let me go into the garden for 10 minutes, or let me bake a pie that I might not have even considered doing. And that's even going to lift you higher.
Absolutely. It's the more you can live in joy and gratitude and love in your heart. Oh, when you watch those people that have that, they have the most amazing lives and they achieve so much because it's like, they're in the express lane. Everything's easy for them because they're just on that high vibration. Now, bad things do happen to everyone, but I think it's important, like, to not have those self-talks where, oh, that always happens to me. If anything iffy happens to me, I kind of go, gosh, that never happens to me. Never happens. And so then I cut that neuro pathway to stop that me going down that negative track.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
because
know, the other thing,
if you play the victim, you're playing in a
I can
loop
imagine.
and you're never changing it. You're never going to change it. Whereas if you say that, gee, that never happens to me and I'm not doing that again, I'm going to learn from that wisdom or that experience, and then I never have to do it. You just said, okay, I'm setting it free. Don't have to worry about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. The other day, a guy goes to me where I buy my lunch. He goes, how I'm having my best day today, and he goes, every day seems to be your best day, and I was like, it is my best day because it's a privilege. I'm 50, and it's a privilege to be here, healthy at 50. And
Correct. Doing what
I
you
went,
love, Joe.
yes, I'm in a country that I could drink tap water, and he's like, I don't. I just need to have whatever you're having, like. Anyway, but it was funny how I was like, well, you've got two choices, and I'm not living in the shit pit.
Correct. And I agree. I'm not looking
Yeah,
for the negatives in my life. I'm looking for the positives. I'm always looking forward. I'm not sitting in the past because it's like
no,
it doesn't change who I am. I've had experiences in the past, but I'm going to
yes,
use that as wisdom to keep moving forward. And
yes,
people say to me, why are you always so happy? Why are you always so bubbly? Because I choose to see the best in people. I choose to see the best in the planet. I'm not looking for the heaviness. I'm not looking for victim mode. I'm going to make this the most amazing experience that I can possibly have on this planet.
yes,
It's a choice.
absolutely,
Everybody has a choice.
and
Everybody
absolutely.
decides.
Oh, so much, and it comes back to when we talked the other week about just smiling at someone and you sprinkling your golden love and joy around the world. That's helping. Even when I go to the IGA, I'm got to smile and make eye contact, try and say hello to everyone.
Yeah.
The other day, oh gosh, I had bumped into three people in a row. And I was like, holy moly. But it was a little bit funny. And I was like the last man, I thought, oh my God, I've nearly gouged your elbow out. And he went, no, no, you didn't. But I was like, oh my gosh, I've hurt someone. My basket ran into them. Anyway, he said, no, it's all good. And then when we were at the checkout, he stood behind me. He goes, you know what? You're the first person I spoke to today. And I was like,
See?
oh, let's talk more then. Because I was like,
But
oh my
that's the
gosh, I can't
thing.
imagine.
People are living in such insular world since COVID. They're
Yes,
not getting out. They're not engaging with people. And some people have lost the art of how do I engage. So by
yes,
you saying, hi, how you going? What are you doing today? You've just broken that ice. And as he said to you, you're the first person I've spoken to today.
yeah.
How good's that? How
So,
good's that? I
yeah, I
like
was
to
like,
talk to people. I'm always talking to people. Always.
yeah, I'm a little have a chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you get a snapshot of that person's life for a minute, 2 minutes, but you're helping them just feel connected to somebody or something, and that's
Mm.
priceless. And as we
Oh,
discussed a few weeks ago, they're little droplets that you don't see the ripples, and those ripples change people's lives.
yes. Yeah. And I think it's acknowledging people. Like nothing's wrong with my eyes, but I just had my yearly eye check. And the lady, I think she's been there for like 5 years. And I was like, Talia, you've been here a long time. That's amazing that you've been in one eye shop for 5 years. And she goes, yes, it's 5 years. And I went, oh, wow, does that make you feel proud? She goes, actually, I'm really proud of myself. And, I was like, just that little thing that didn't make any difference to hurt me in any way or use up all my energy. But she was like, oh, well, I hope you have a lovely time wearing your new glasses, Joe. I went, I will. Like,
It's just
see you in 2 weeks. So,
It's just
yeah,
recognition. That's all it is.
yes,
It's just recognition and just
yeah,
validation that thank you for making my day a better one. And if everybody would interact with everybody on a positive experience or a
yeah,
positive encounter, the world would be so much better. Yeah, you're going to have a
yes,
shitty day, but when you have a shitty day, you might want to limit your connection to people and just, do yourself. When you're
yes,
feeling uplifted, that's when you can go and say, hi, how you going? What are you doing? What's the special of the day? What do you recommend? If I go to a restaurant, always, what do you recommend? Because
yeah,
I'm listening to you, I'm engaging with you, and then I'm going to
yes,
listen to your feedback. Does that make sense? People just look at the
yeah,
menu and it's like, yeah, but I can look at the menu too, but I'm always trying to engage the waiter and they're
yeah,
feeling validated. It's like you're not just looking at me as somebody that's taking your order. You're actually empowering me to give you a suggestion to
yes.
make your experience better. And then they
I
feel
love it.
validated.
Yes, yes. Yeah, no, I always, I try to, wherever I go, leave it a little bit more happier
Same,
when it's done.
same.
And that's, and it's not about like good karma. It's not about that. But it's just like when I go back to heaven, I really want to reflect that I've made a difference, not big differences. Like I do want to make big differences, but it's just the small things that are also, I think, really important. If I can uplift people and make them feel special, that's really important.
You know what I do,
So,
Joe? I don't think I've shared with the viewers, right? You know what I do when I go for a walk? You know where I
what?
live, so you know how close I am to the flight paths and the planes. If I'm walking and there's no trees in the way and I see a plane coming, I actually wave to the plane. I wave to the plane. And people might think, oh my God, you're a lunatic. And it's just like, no, think of it like this. When you've got kids on a plane and they're
Mm.
excited and they're looking out the window because they're up high and they're looking down at the world, and they see a lunatic like me waving to them, how much fun would that be? Mum, somebody's waving at the plane. Do you know what I mean? And I do that all the time. And I just don't know who I'm waving to. And I don't even know if they're seeing. But if somebody's
Yeah.
having a crappy day and they're looking at me and I'm waving to them and they might put a smile in their face, that means the world to me. Even though I'm never
Yes.
going to know the outcome. Oh, I'm never going to see these people. It's something little that I can do that makes me feel good. And it's
Mm.
like, yeah. I mean, how many times do you see kids at a train station waving to the train and then all the people
Yeah.
wave back? So that's something that
Yes.
I give it, something little. And it's probably not going to change the world in a dramatic way. But if I can put a smile on somebody's face that I'm never going to see, never going to meet by doing something stupid like that, that's where I go. I'm always taking that road. I'm always looking for how can I just find a smile in somebody?
Yes. Yes. And it's even as simple, by when you see the plane, just I say, hope they have the best holiday.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
it's lifting the vibration of Earth because you're having a positive thought, and that's how we're going to get, there's some pretty icky things happening around the world at the minute. And it's really easy to get in the trenches and, how dare they? And the world's turning to terribleness and everything. But we can't be like that. We've really got to focus on our gratitude and how can we make a difference?
Correct, correct. And that's little things like that can help you make a difference. So, if you see somebody that's elderly, offer them,
Yes,
are you okay crossing the road? Do you need me to help you to the car?
yes,
Whatever. Little things like
yeah,
that, you have no idea how much change
yes.
it creates and how much positive it creates. There's a man I follow on Instagram. His handle is MD Motivator. I don't know if you've ever seen him. Have you ever seen him,
Oh,
Joe?
I have seen him. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was here in COVID. He was living in Sydney and he was so far removed from the world and he was studying to be a doctor, I believe, that he thought about contemplating suicide because it was like life was too hard.
Mm.
He spends his life now, he had that experience. He spends his life now trying to raise funds for people around him. He travels around the world. He'll say, who do you know that's a deserving mum in Florida? And he's in Florida because I'm going to organize $10,000 for her just to help her raise her kids or whatever. And that's what he does. That's his life's mission. He sends it. And he's just lifting people up. He's got millions of people that follow him. And he says to people, come on, guys, I need everybody, I need 100,000 people just to donate a dollar, a dollar, a dollar. And if you can spare a dollar, I could do so much with that $100,000. And then he'll reach out to, sick kids. If you know a sick kid that's in, Sydney, I've got tickets to the NRL final and I want to give it to somebody that might barrack for, the South Sydney Swans or the Rabbitohs or whoever it is. Do you know what I mean? He brings joy that way. That's a big scale joy operation. It doesn't have to be
Yes.
that big. It's the little things that you can do that,
Yes.
pave the
And
way
and
for
I
everybody to be happy.
absolutely. And there's lots of things. Like I talk to my kids all the time. If you see a kid that's lonely, don't like what's that word? Exclusion is
Yeah.
awful.
Yes.
Awful. So I
Yes.
kind of go, don't, if you see a kid, please include them or help
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Even the other day, Elliot was running late. So Eli was late getting picked up, which is fine. It's in the school grounds. Eli knew Elliot texted him, but there was a miscommunication with this little Year 7 girl. Mum thought she was picking, or no one picked her up, but because both parents weren't sure. So, Eli then took her to the office to get, so the office could then ring her parents and find out. But it's those little things that made that little girl like she's 12, she's panicked, like, oh my gosh, like, and it's the first term of school for her in a new high school. So it's all those little things that just make little differences, Um,
So she's
even
gonna
I think,
know, she's gonna know that if she has a problem, she can always seek out Eli at school because he's the one that's gonna
yes,
help me.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's also as parents, we've got to really make sure our parent children, because we're creating a better generation, like kinder, more thoughtful, more empathetic. And I think that's really important. Then, like I always let cars in. I go to the kids. That's because that's a kind thing to do. And then Eli goes, but they don't acknowledge you. And I went, who cares? It's not about that. It's about me feeling good about letting them in. So
Correct. And you don't always need to
yeah.
have the validation of thank you or whatever.
No,
In your
no.
heart, you just know I did the right thing here.
Yes.
They have to live
Yeah.
with whatever they do. If they don't want to
Yeah.
acknowledge you with a little wave or something like that, that's on them. That's not on you because you're still
Yeah.
doing the act of kindness from your heart.
Yeah. And I think also when you do things and you're not sure about it, I kind of, now whether you believe in God or the divine creator, that's not the topic today. But I kind of go, can I kneel down in front of God and go, I did that and my intention was this. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that that's a good, goalpost to lean on or
Yes.
to go to.
It's just
Um,
morals, Joe. It's morals, moral
yes.
integrity. I want the best for myself and I want the best for humanity, however that
Yeah.
looks. And whatever I can do to help that along, that's what I'm going to do without
Yeah. And
judgment
if we
because there's
all,
no judgment.
no. And it's as little, this isn't my thing. I think it was Kelly McCoskey, I think her
Mhm.
name is. She channels Archangel Raphael. And she was saying Archangel Raphael channeled through her. If everyone just blessed the water around them, that would increase the vibration of the world because, he's blessing the water and then that's lifting the vibration. Even if you bless all the water, if everyone blessed the water in their own body, because we're 70% water, it'd be such a better, we'd all live in nearly, that love and peace and generosity of others. So I think just to get ahead in this world, or not to get ahead even, but just to lift your vibration, it's really important just to bring it back, but just have joy and love in your heart.
That's the key. Joy, love, happiness, fun. You want to
Gratitude.
live a successful life? Joy, love, happiness, and fun. This woman
Mm.
that I listen to, she channels the Pleiadians, so we listen to different things, but we're getting the same messages, Joe. And that's what she
Yeah.
said. She goes, life is very challenging on your planet at the moment on Earth. So how do you overcome that? Have fun, have love, have joy and happiness. Live your best lives. Live your
Yes.
best lives because that keeps your vibration high. And then the ripples
Yes.
for that are you'll infect other people to keep their vibration high, the planet rises. Simple things, it could be playing a board game, it could be going out for drinks, it could be going dancing. Joy, happiness, love. It gives you all of these amazing things. It's not your so
Yes.
when you're manifesting joy, happiness, and love, don't make your requests to the universe ridiculous because you're going to set yourself up
No.
to fail. But just say, I want to
No.
live the most fulfilled life with joy, happiness, love, and laughter. Can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
Yeah. And when I think back of my best days on this earth so far, they're not about thinking, oh, wow, I've got this much money in my bank. Never. It's all about, having the best loves with my friends.
Yes.
Do you
And
know
those
what I'm
amazing
saying?
experiences with these
Yes.
people in your lifetime. That's what you
Yeah.
remember. I had
Yes.
this experience, I had this experience, I had this experience. That's what you're going to remember, not
Yeah.
all of the stuff that, I worked 27 hours extra this week to, buy a new car. Did you need a new car?
Yeah. It's just a car. And
Correct.
it's those tears you get when they're tears of joy. Oh,
Yeah,
I love them.
same,
So,
same.
yeah.
Gotta love it. So that's how you're going to manifest, guys. Set it out to the
Yes.
universe, forget it, let it go, but keep your vibration high so that you can
Yes.
attract it. The higher
Yes.
your vibration, and as long as you can maintain it, the quicker it's going to come. If you have your vibration, it's like up down, it's going to take it slower. It's going to because if you're in a lower vibration, the universe can't bring it into you. But when you're higher, it's saying, yeah, you're ready. So try and
Yes.
maintain that high vibration by little things, and then allow it to come. Now, Joe, have you got
Absolutely.
any workshops coming up in the next few
Um,
weeks?
yeah, I've got a on March